What's up, everybody? On today's episode, we're installing these new Kingpin Equipped LED light bars into our GFC. Let's talk about it. When I first started searching for lights for our GFC, the algorithm pushed these Kingpin Equipped torture videos into my Facebook feed, and then after I went down that rabbit hole, I learned that Super Pacific actually uses Kingpin Equipped as sort of their OEM light option. Kingpin Equipped markets their light bars for trucks, campers, and trailers. They offer two different series of lights. I was interested in the V series because of the ability to rotate the light up to 180 degrees. Both series of lights offer light bars in 12 and 40-inch lengths. To make a longer story short, I ended up ordering both a 40-inch and a 12-inch V series light for our GFC. The 40-inch light bar pictured here comes pre-assembled with a rotating mounting bracket on each end, as well as about 37 inches of 2-conductor 18-gauge wire that's got a pretty heavy-duty sheath around it, which was nice to see. All of Kingpin's light bars are dimmable, and while their F-Series includes a built-in switch, the V-Series lights do require an external switch. Kingpin sells two different styles of switches, although you don't have to use theirs. First, they offer a rotary switch. The second is a touch dimmer switch. I ordered two of the touch dimmers for our setup. So my first gripe with Kingpin is the switches that they sell. So the lights are wired with 18-gauge wire, but the switches, for some reason, come with 20-gauge wire, which I don't understand. Kingpin, if you're listening, we'll spend a few extra bucks. Beef up these switches for us. And to clarify, this is the touch dimmer switch. I have not put hands on the rotary dimmer switch, and their website does state that the touch dimmers are not weatherproof, while the rotary switches are weatherproof. So perhaps the rotaries come with heavier gauge wire. I can't say for sure. I wanted to avoid the use of adhesives to mount the light bars to our GFC. I sort of lucked out with the 40-inch light bar and discovered that it fit perfectly to the mounting slots on our Underland off-road molly panel using some number 8 machine screws. Those are the largest screws that will fit through the Kingpin Equipped brackets. The 12-inch light bar was a bit of a different story, and this is actually my second gripe with Kingpin Equipped. I reached out to them via email way over a month ago to inquire into the exact mounting dimensions of the V-Series light brackets. I never received a response, so I kind of had to get creative and fabricate my own mounting bracket that attached to the GFC back hatch and allows the 12-inch light bar to bolt right to it, but this seemed to work out pretty good. I don't want to spend too much time on the power source discussion because obviously that's going to vary based on your application, your installation, and your needs. We have ours wired straight to the starter battery through a fuse block just because my use of these will be pretty intermittent. And the power draw on these is pretty low, 1.5 amps for the 40-inch bar and 0.5 amps for the 12-inch bar, according to Kingpin's website. Also, I opted to build a wiring harness utilizing Deutsch DT weatherproof connectors. It just allows me to remove and replace components easily without having to cut and resplice wire. I do really dig these touch dimmer switches. They are intuitive to use. Simply hit the Lion logo to turn the light off or on. If you press and hold, it will run the light up to its max brightness setting, then release, press and hold again, and it will take the light down to its dimmest setting. And another feature I really appreciate, the touch dimmer switch will recall the last brightness level that you had the light set on when you turn it off and back on again. I don't know if this will be helpful to anyone, but in this shot you can see the difference in light spill between the 40-inch light bar and the 12-inch light bar in an enclosed space the size of a canopy on a truck bed. So do I like these lights? So far, the answer is yes. I appreciate the adjustability of the V-Series in particular, as well as the different mounting options. I think Kingpin did a good job setting up the diffusion on the white light output on these. For what it's worth, the V-Series has a narrower beam, and if you're looking for A, a wider beam, or B, a red light option, you should definitely look at the F-Series. And they recently added a new product to their catalog. I think it's called the Search Mount, that essentially mimics the adjustability of the V-Series. And finally, I should clarify that I have no affiliation with Kingpin Equipped. I paid full price for these out of my own pocket, minus the 10% discount that anyone can get on your first order if you sign up for their email list. That's all the time we've got for today. Until the next one, get out there, build something, and thanks for watching Trash Panda Garage.